You're probably wondering what that noise was. Well, that's my bare naked feet slapping the ground as I run up to this microphone to tell you there's some spoilers about the Sly Cooper series in this podcast. So if you haven't played the Sly Cooper series and you don't want to know spoilers about this Sly Cooper series, click on YouTube, search Old Couch Club, and go watch our other podcast instead of this one. I'm sorry, but there are spoilers about Sly Cooper if you don't want spoilers. They're about to happen.
You telling them about the spoilers?
Yeah, I'm telling about the spoilers.
Oh, did you mention the feet thing?
Yeah, I mentioned the foot thing.
Okay, cool. Did you mention Old Couch Club?
I did. I mentioned Old Couch Club.
Okay, alright, okay. I'm about to flush, so I'll be out there in a sec.
Okay, alright. Well, Zach's almost finished with his poop, and we're gonna start.
Alright, so today we're just gonna talk about Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper. That friendly hippo, that hippopotamus that everybody loves.
Yes.
Sly Cooper.
So yeah, we're being it's one of me and Kayden's favorite games, and game series, because we're gonna talk about all three of them. Kayden's never played the fourth one, so I think we're just gonna keep them all. We're just gonna do original PlayStation 2.
I haven't even finished the third one. I'm still on the third level or whatever.
Yeah, but I figured you get it.
Forget it. Let's just talk about Sly Cooper. That's what we're here for.
Alright. That means we can't talk about Bentley or Murray or
shit, you're right.
Carmelita.
My bad.
The guru.
Carmelita.
It's Carmelita Fox.
What do you think of Carmelita's character?
I think she works. I actually really enjoy her because of...
Me too.
It's like her, she is so, the typical, cop woman character.
Yeah,
and it works so good against contrast of, Sly's kind of roguish attitude.
Exactly. She feels like the counterpart in a comic.
Yeah.
Which I love. But that scene in the second game where she and Sly have to dance in whatever that tiger guy's name place is, that makes me love Carmelita as a character.
Yeah.
It's just cool because you're interacting with her. And at that point I was like, alright, she's cool.
And I like that, what you said about the typical comic character, because that's what Sly feels like. It feels like a comic.
Yeah, it feels like a comic book.
Or a cartoon or something
like you're playing a comic.
Yeah, which is really awesome. I like that because Sucker Punch kind of does that with the Infamous games.
Yeah.
Where they kind of show things as almost like a graphic novel. And I think it works really well with Sly. Because of the whole, they don't have to do as much, they can take the characters and they look different. Yeah, you can kind of get what the characters look like, but the 3D model, because it's a PlayStation 2 we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So it's you kind of get weird polygons sometimes.
Yeah, but you get a little shaping.
But in those cutscenes, especially all that, it's it's showing the characters how we're supposed to be thinking of them, and how really helps in that kind of aspect.
Which is really cool. If you hear purring right now, that is our buddy Dirty Gertie, who is our cat.
Yeah.
We would say his real name, but it's dangerous to put that personal information on the internet. So his name's Dirty Gertie. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, that's why. Good, Gert.
So,
he just wants to grab on the door.
As a platformer, what do you think?
Sly is a genius platformer, in my opinion. A few reasons why. One, that comic feeling it has to it. That a lot of platformers have an interesting story and a feel to them. When you play Spyro, you feel the feeling of a Spyro game.
Yeah.
That's a Spyro game. When you play Jak and Daxter, you're oh fuck, it's Jak and Daxter time.
Yeah.
So when I play Sly Cooper, that's how I feel too, because I get that immersive comic world, amazing music, amazing characters, and really easy to play through levels.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's a great platformer for starters. If you're new to video games and you want to play a platformer, you might as well start with Sly.
Yeah.
Because it'll show you the ropes, and from there you could just go on and on and on.
It's actually, when it comes to PlayStation 2 games, Jak and Daxter's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But as a platformer, I think Sly is the best platformer out there.
No, I completely agree with you on that.
Because of everything you can do with it. It's the whole Yeah, I know it's just jump and hit the circle button,
Yeah.
but like,
There's so much they do with that though.
yeah, and
You
like
know?
vertical movement is like the best in that game because that like it sucks when you're playing a Mario 64 or like Banjo-Kazooie. Vertical levels are always so much harder to get because you can't see really far up without like turning the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
So jumping up onto a ledge is hard, but in Sly you can grab onto a pipe. You can slide down pipes. Like,
Yeah. Slide does keep a very good eye on stuff like that.
yeah, and the whole like the spider jump, like you feel really awesome in that game to do, and it's like it's so awesome because they do the whole stealth kill
Mhm.
and all that kind of stuff, which I think is interesting because I think Sly takes a lot of inspiration from Metal Gear,
Yeah.
like with the whole like reconnaissance
Mhm.
and like they're like talking when he's talking to like Bentley. It's really similar to like the codec where they're like where Snake will be talking to somebody. It's like the two sides, and then they'll even say stuff like, "Yeah, jump, hit the circle button," and the characters kind of like get what that means.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I have a comment to make on that. Actually, a segue. Sorry, Matt and Ryan. Because they do that all the time.
Yeah, they do the segue thing.
Okay, so since we're comparing Metal Gear Solid to Sly, what games do you think are taking inspiration from Sly?
From Sly, I actually think that Assassin's Creed.
I was gonna say the exact thing.
I think Assassin's Creed took inspiration from Sly in bad and good ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Sly 2, and I don't actually know if this happens anywhere really else. I don't know if they put it in Sly 3, but there's a lot of missions where you follow somebody
Uh-huh.
from rooftops.
Yeah.
And they're really slow because you gotta like wait for them and stuff.
Mhm.
But the missions are really short. Assassin's Creed has those missions and they're like 10 minutes long.
And in Black Flag, that's the first mission you do.
Yeah.
So you walk out, and this guy's like, "Hey, follow me" for some reason,
Yeah.
and you just gotta follow him around.
But also, like, Assassin's Creed also took the inspiration of, like, vertical movement in Assassin's Creed feels really nice.
Mm.
I wouldn't call Assassin's Creed a platformer, like Sly is, because there's
Not as much.
there's no, like, difficult jumps in Assassin's Creed. It's all, like, kind of, like, cinematic, but I like that, is that
Yeah, I do like
Sly feels cinematic,
that. Mhm.
but also has those difficult jumps and stuff.
It does.
And, like, timing, almost.
Yeah, you kind of feel invincible in Assassin's Creed as
Yeah.
compared to Sly.
When you're, like
Like
running.
Sly, I mean, it's really easy to play. You could play through the entire game and not die once.
Yeah.
You could do that. But like Assassin's Creed, you probably die once.
Yeah. I like that when you're playing as Sly specifically,
Mhm.
you don't feel very strong. Like, Sly is
No, he's not particularly like the strongest. He's just really clever
yeah.
because he's a raccoon.
Yeah, I like that
These things.
it's almost like it's encouraged to do stealth kills, especially against like flashlight guards, which are like you can't fight them head on. I mean, you
No.
can, but you're not meant to.
Yeah,
Really.
it's a pain.
So,
They get
like-
you down.
And like one enemy for Sly is like easy for him to take down, but like when there's like a group of like 3 guys against Sly,
It's not
like,
very easy.
yeah.
But if you're Murray, it's a
yeah,
lot easier.
I
You get
like
the Fist
that.
of Fury.
Yeah, I do like the cast kind of setup of the whole like you have this gang and they're specifically good at specific things. My favorite parts of the games are like the heists, but like talking about the heists before they happen.
Me too, because they plan it out and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a badass. Like,
And it has the whole like Scooby Doo thing where the plan doesn't always go completely
yeah.
right.
And they also have the Cooper Mobile,
Oh yeah,
which is literally the mystery machine,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
painted like Sly Cooper.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I love that aspect. I love that it almost feels like you're watching a cartoon and then participating in it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because every time there was a cutscene in Sly, I was never like, oh, skip. I
yeah,
was like, oh, yeah, keep it going. Like, I want to know more about the story. I
yeah.
want to know more about the characters. You know?
And like, I think they might do this a little bit more in the third one, but they do it a little in the second. Is that the characters have like moments with each other? Like they have
Yeah,
like these
they
moments of
definitely
like one of my favorite things in the game is Bentley having to save Sly and Murray from the prison in Sly 2.
That's the best level.
Yeah.
Just it's so hard at first when you play that level, but by the end of it, when you beat it, you feel so good about yourself.
Oh my, like, my number one favorite thing about Sly
Yeah.
is just how it looks.
Me too. The design is amazing.
The reason I thought about that was that level looks amazing, and like not even just the level itself, like the design. You know how like there's barriers, like you can't cross the water because they have to like keep you within the city.
Yeah.
You look out to the other side, like they have like painted walls and they have painted like designs in the sky looks really cool. And like
it looks
takes such
amazing.
an artistic design.
What I love about that level, kind of like going off of what you said, but the way the buildings are set up and like laid out so that you're not just going through this town like in games they copy and paste the town. It's like, oh, there's a lot of buildings in our city and there's a tree here. Oh,
Yeah.
and there's a parking garage over there. No, this one has like tall buildings placed all over the place, small buildings so you can glide between them, the clock tower in the center.
Yeah.
It's got the train station where you can, run along the lines of the train station. You can really travel through the city, and in the center there's this giant ass prison,
Yeah.
It's just cool.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that none of the buildings are copy and pasted. They're all made.
They're all very different.
Yeah.
They're different sizes.
Yeah, and they're all like, one person was like, okay, we need a building. So then they just made a building, and then they only use that building for one part of the level, one part of the entire game.
Mm-mm. You can tell they spend a lot of time on those games.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they really
attention
care
to
about
detail is really good.
Yeah, and you tell that there's like a focus.
Absolutely.
Like there's like we want this game to be like this, and like like throughout the game there are like mini games and stuff, but they're all kind of fun. Like I like playing like those moments of like a gun battle or like
Oh yeah. Did you ever play the 2-player mode with Carmelita versus Sly?
yeah.
Those are fun. Me and my buddy used to play that all the time.
Me and Johnny used to play it.
Ew. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Disgusting. No, okay. Yeah, that was a good ass game mode. I used to play it. Me and Zach Lorenz used to play it, just like all night.
Yeah.
Good time.
Since the third game is about like almost it's like about gathering a gang.
Yeah.
How you get like different people part of your gang. It doesn't really have this, but I love that in the first two, it's like the villains you're going against are part of a team, and you have to like wonder about them each time what they're going to be, and they can each
Clogging,
the Claw Gang, and then there's the Furious Five, or what is it? It's the people under Clockwork.
I don't remember their names, but they're dinguses.
Yeah, but I like how each villain kind of gets their own backstory and the reason that they're supposed to be with this like little cinematic, and then how they act is completely different.
Yeah, and most of the time it's never like some severe thing. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just comical.
Yeah.
But it
like,
makes you want to beat them up.
I love Mugshot's backstory.
Which one was that?
That's the dog with the giant arms.
Yeah, the
he was like bullied, and then he just became really tough one day.
His makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take like tropes from movies and stuff like that, and they're like, this is his story.
Yeah,
and I love it.
his entire thing is themed around Las Vegas in the first one. It's like all like themed like that. That's what I kind of miss that they don't do in the second one.
Yeah.
Is that because they're actual locations that you get to go around, they're not as obscure. Like,
yeah, I do agree about that.
Because in Mugshot's level with where it's Las Vegas, like there's random card tables everywhere, and just doesn't really make sense. And like the enemies throw cards at you. Where in the second one, it was like we're in Paris, so we have to maintain like this kind of Paris theme.
Yeah, you get a lot of warthogs.
Yeah,
everywhere you go, and rats.
Yeah, and like I think that works for that kind of style of game. I just kind of miss it a little bit.
I do like adding like a unique feel to every level.
Yeah.
I mean, they did, just not as severely.
I do think that the games lose a little something when they're less in a town or like less in a village. When you go to like the ice levels in Sly 2, they don't feel like they have as much sense of like
it doesn't
geography.
feel like a full map almost.
Yeah.
Like it's very open. I actually really like those levels. I have a great time on those levels, but yeah, they don't feel the same.
Like, I like the one with the train. I don't really like it's almost like the last level.
The train.
Yeah, I like that one. But the one with him after it, the bison, it's just kind of like his lumber yard.
Yeah, it's not as cool. It feels kind of blank.
Yeah, like, I almost get those kind of mixed up a little bit because of the idea that I'm like, that one feels so small that it feels like...
That one's shorter too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the last level with, the last guy is really cool because it's on some wind tower thing.
Yeah, that one's cool. I remember being really excited when I got there.
That one was like a whole mission. Like the entire thing was just one mission that they had to try figuring out as they went along.
It was really cool. It was really, made it feel all epic and like almost more than you thought it was.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
God, I want to play Sly after this.
Yeah, I do too. Sly's just a great series, honestly.
Yeah.
The music.
All the music in Sly.
The music in Sly. The music.
The music in Sly.
Music in Sly.
No, but seriously, like, it's like way to take like a like spy vein, almost that kind of feeling, but keeping like
make you feel mellow.
Yeah,
listening to spy
exactly.
music.
It's like so like
it's
calming.
Like contemporary jazz and spy music had a amazingly beautiful and glorious baby.
Yeah, and all the levels like Paris and Italy, they sound different because one sounds like Paris music, one sounds like Italian music.
Yeah, it's awesome. Even Sly 3 does good at that too.
Yeah,
Sly 3 when you get a
Sly 3 is the one that has like Leo.
Anyway, like we were saying, Sly 3 does really good at that.
Yeah,
which is badass. That's probably my favorite part so far of Sly 3.
Yeah, because you've only played Australia and Italy, right?
What's the one after that?
Sweden.
Who's the villain?
It's like a since I don't want to spoil it, but it's this airplane pilot person. I don't think you finished the level with the guru.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. Oops.
Yeah.
Oopsie poopsie. Well, I like Italy.
Yeah, I do like Italy a lot better than the Outback. I think that level's kind of hard to get around.
Outback is weird. It's just set up weird. It doesn't feel like a Sly level though.
Yeah, I agree.
I like it. It doesn't feel that much like a Sly level.
Yeah, my favorite level in that game is probably China. Because you go to China in that one. It's really cool. Yeah. Also, no, actually, one of my kidding? Yeah, what am I kidding? That's my favorite one.
Yeah, okay, that one sounds cool.
Like, that one has some weird gameplay mechanics, but, like, just overall, like, you being a pirate is awesome.
Yeah.
And you're basically, you have your crew, because it's the second to last level of the game, so you have almost everybody in your crew. And actually, the person you get in that level joins you right away at the beginning. It's just about, he won't leave until you defeat the person. So you basically have your entire crew.
That's pretty awesome.
Like, on a pirate ship.
I gotta say, if any, game developers are listening, because I know you all listen to our podcast. If you make anything with pirates, I'll play it. I'll play it and I'll endorse it with all my $5.
No, they need more pirate games out there.
They need more pirate games. Pirate games should be a huge thing by now, but they're not. Sea of Thieves. It's cool, but I want like gritty pirates that just drink booze and shit and throw up all over the poop deck. That's what I want.
You know what? That's what I want to focus on too. When they make their pirate game.
When I play a pirate game, you better be the grossest motherfucker of all time.
Just gotta keep it realistic.
You gotta keep it realistic. Back to Sly though. Speaking of dirty trash pandas.
I love Murray.
Oh, me too. Murray's great. He's so wholesome and cute. And he's like.
We were gonna talk about the Panda King.
No, I was talking about Trash Panda as like a name for a raccoon.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, thumbs up Panda King, but double thumbs up Trash Panda. Anyway, yeah, Murray, lovable Kirby looking guy. Yeah, he's great.
Kind of like Kirby.
He's got like a Kirby tongue.
Yeah, I like how they even have like an evolution of his character. Because in the first one, he's very like scared.
Yeah.
Like, because remember, he's like in the first one, he's like, I just came out to get some. What was that? I wanted to get some food, and now I'm in a race.
Yeah.
And like, he's forced to race, and he takes like one hit damage, and then in the second one, he's the Murray, and he like comes down.
He right away he's like, I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah.
Throwing vases across buildings.
Yeah, and I
like first level.
Yeah, and then like at the end of the second one game when he leaves, and then he's come back and he's like part of like some spiritual journey to make himself better.
Which, by the way, I'm mad about. I'm mad that Murray would leave them in the first place. He had the right reasons.
It was his fault.
He shouldn't do that because those are his boys. You don't leave your boys.
Just because one ends up in a wheelchair.
Exactly. Come on, Murray. Jesus. Luckily, our boy is back. So we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
If anyone tries to take Murray away again, we're gonna break their kneecaps. Figuratively, because we can't do that. It's a video game.
I do want to say, I'm not gonna spoil it, but
okay.
Just to bring up my thoughts on the fourth game is that it's very I think it's actually a really fun game, but out of all of them, it's my least favorite. It's also made by another company, but it's not why I'm not like buy. I'm not like, oh, I'm a huge Sucker Punch fan, so they can the ones that make Sly. No, I think anybody can really make Sly as long as they give it the right treatment.
Yeah.
It just the other ones have such a simple story. Like the first one is just him getting back at the people that killed his dad and like getting back his like family heirloom, basically.
Yeah.
Because like
Thievius Raccoon.
like I wouldn't even call it revenge. I'd call it like a vengeance because he doesn't kill any. He doesn't like go out to kill any of them except Clockwork.
Yeah,
It's just like-
Clockwork has to be killed.
Yeah.
He's like he can't exist. He's too dangerous.
Yeah, and so like all the other ones kind of like end up in jail.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he just wants
You mean like what happened to Nami's mom, right?
yeah. Whatever. The Nami's bomb in One Piece.
Okay.
But and then the second one, it's like them being like, oh, we gotta stop this person from like we can't let Clockwork come back. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Like it's such a simple like thing, and like these are the people that are in their way. And then the third one, it's like he wants to see what's inside his vault, and one of his dad's old like partners, basically his dad's Bentley,
Yeah.
was like wants to get in instead of him.
It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, but like those are like, but then the fourth one's like, well, it's like about figuring out why. It's like about going through time, and it's just like all these complicated like stories and
It's
stuff.
like almost giving it too much of a plot.
Yeah.
Because you're a normal guy in Sly Cooper, but that introduces an aspect that you're more than a normal guy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh wait, secretly you're a hero who can travel through time.
Yeah, like
It's
time
like,
travel is such a weird thing to bring out into your thieving, like a game where you play as a thief.
heisty
Yeah.
kind of game where you just steal things and you're sneaky and conniving and
Yeah.
extremely charming. Yeah. You know, I've read a lot of posts that say that Sly Cooper is everyone's first man crush. When I was a kid, this is my first man crush.
He wasn't mine.
Props to you. But
Mine was Carmelita.
Carmelita was your first man crush?
Yeah.
Probably did have a crush on Carmelita when I was a kid.
Well, she has that like Spanish accent.
That's true. Spanish accents are cool.
Yeah.
All accents are cool.
But no, I think mine was from Jack. Kira. I don't know if you ever saw her.
No, I know her. She's the one who has the same voice as... I don't remember, but her voice actress is really well known.
Yeah.
She's cool. Yeah. I don't know if I ever had, like, a video game crush that I could... Like, from my childhood that I could think of. Because, I mean, nowadays, Bowser... Wow. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like that Sutart character. That one's for the fans.
I gotcha.
I hope someone like listens this far in and hears that. Anyways, back to Sly. Keep getting sidetracked.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of tangents. We can like
you know
keep.
what, you're right.
Yeah, we can keep tangents.
We're doing it that way. That's right.
But yeah, overall, like Sly is such an influential game. I feel like, and it's such an important like game for the PlayStation 2. But I don't think anybody like really talks about it. You never really hear people be like, "I really love Sly," or like, it's not really brought up in conversation. But people will talk about like the old like Metal Gear games or like the God of War games and stuff like that, which came around the same time. But like,
Yeah. Honestly, I like Sly more than all of those games.
oh, I like Sly.
I like Sly more than most games that were coming out around that time, to be honest with you. But I
Yeah.
do like the games that came out around that time. Sly just has a feeling that no other game can capture, because that feeling is the feeling of Sly.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the thing about it is that I also think that like Sly in general was probably just grouped up with Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. Like those are the three platformers. It's never like no one talks about them as much.
Yeah.
I see Jak talked a lot more. So
I see Jak talked about a lot. I don't see Sly talked about as much.
I think Ratchet and Clank is talked about a lot because they're still
Quite
going.
a bit. Oh yeah. Especially like, I don't know, 6 years ago, that it was still huge.
Yeah.
Where at the time everyone was like, oh, Sly? Yeah.
Well,
Sly.
it's also kind of like that situation of like Sly is such a good series and it has such good art and like music and stuff.
Mhm.
And you don't really get that from PlayStation anymore. Like I was actually.
No, you get more realistic game.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring this up earlier. When my favorite level in Mario Odyssey
Mm-hmm.
is the first one with the hat world.
Oh, you like that one?
Yeah, because it reminds me of Sly. Like, even looking across where you can't, like, go past, it's all, like, weird designed, and it's, like, really cool, and, like, they were like, you know what, we can just make a world with hats, and we're gonna keep all these swirls and all these, like,
yeah, it's really
dust
cool, honestly.
and the music in it, and I'm looking at the sky, it looks like it was water painted on there, and I'm like, when I remember just sitting there one night and being like, this feels nostalgic.
Imagine, I just kind of, like, dropped your thought there, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, I was done with that.
Imagine a Paper Mario game, like 1,000 Year Door, made in the style of Sly.
That'd be really cool.
It would be so cool. But Paper Mario needs variety.
Well, yeah, and like that's the thing about that game is that like the game companies I feel like won't make games like that because they're so like
cost effective and not really.
Because like look at how many storylines are in that game specifically.
Right now.
Yeah, and like they were like, I feel like a game company that was going to make that now, they would have stopped like at like the train story and been like, oh well, we'll just make a game all about this like train thing and just extend it out.
Yeah,
instead of making
people would definitely do that nowadays. It's not that they're getting lazy. It's
just more cost effective.
Yeah, and they want to produce other things. So
yeah,
no one's really focusing on making a game with huge stories. But when Undertale came out, because it has to do with it's a big story.
Yeah,
everyone loves games like that.
Well, it's almost like games in general should take a long time.
Yeah,
you should be releasing a game every year, like of the same series.
Listening with Call of Duty, people, stop giving me Call of Poopy.
Get us some Sly Poopy.
Yeah, give us some Poopy Sly. I don't even care if you poop on Sly, I'll still play it. Probably rather play it with poop on it. You know what I just realized? This is gonna sound weird because the only podcast I really listen to is Matt and Ryan's podcast, right? Because they're fucking funny.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Super mega, check them out.
In relation to Matt and Ryan at this very moment, we look like Matt and Ryan. Just because the glasses and the hair. That's the only reason why.
So I'm Ryan?
Yeah, you're Ryan.
Ah, cool.
You be Ryan because he has that exact haircut.
Cool.
Exact haircut. He has a beard.
I like Matt, but I think I relate more with Ryan. He's more like analytical about things, and I like that about him.
Yeah, I don't know which one I relate more to. I like them both a lot, though.
Yeah, I like them both a lot.
Very cool people. That whole man, just the Game Grumps. They're just cool. They're just good people.
They're awesome.
Like, I haven't even watched that much Game Grumps stuff. I just know they're good people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we did see them like 3 times.
Yeah.
So that's true. I can't wait until eventually we can go to like VidCon and stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, make that happen. Bring us to VidCon. I read an article. It's really hard to get invited to VidCon to have your like ticket paid for. You can go like just be a YouTuber. Like, hey, I'm a YouTuber at VidCon, but like to get invited and have your flight paid for and your hotel booked for you and stuff like that, it's like even YouTubers with millions of subscribers sometimes, you know, they don't get invited. But there's always TanaCon. Yeah, true.
But yeah, back to Sly.
That's right, back to Sly. What we were talking about.
I don't know, I don't really have much more to say about it. I mean, I just really love the games, and I think writing-wise, they're very good.
Writing-wise, they're amazing. Scenery-wise, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Character-wise, that kind of goes under writing, but it's amazing. Mechanics, fun, simple. All in all, I give Sly Cooper, the video game, 10 trash pandas out of 10.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Alright.